Hello everyone, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. It seems like I just can't stay away from this game, can I? Alright, so we shall... no, we don't need to change settings. We shall go and fight for the traitorous Warmaster and all those other twats that we don't like to talk about. Because we do not appreciate traitors in this realm. Chaos Invasion Arena 1. I love that they put this in, but I kind of wish they'd actually add more, like, Exterminatus maps. I think, well, it's in charge of the twat blasters that are, heavy bolter, in charge of, listen, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I was trying to think of who THQ sold the game rights to 40k to, but they sold it to Sega to make Sonic the Hedgehog, so I highly doubt that we're going to see, you know, a couple of more updates. Oh, bollocks. Alright, that's better. Alright. We need a backstory. Just quickly before I go back into my rant. I am Croesus Argentus. Of the Night Lord's 8th Company. Was a late founder, or a late founding member of the original Legion, who came into the Night Lord's Legion while the corruption was still being done around the place. So, you know, murderer, scumbag, even all of those disgusting things that we hate about the traitors. And he was abandoned by the rest of his brothers on this world after accidentally killing some of his battle brothers that he shouldn't have and looting all their stuff. So now he is desperately trying to fight his... oh, wrong button. He's desperately trying to fight his way off this world while causing as much carnage as possible to appease the demon that lives inside his brain. Right, well, the story underway, let's get back to killing things. So yeah, I'd love to... I wish... it's never going to happen, but I'd love to see maybe 2 more Space Marine Exterminatus maps, and maybe one with some trees, and actually, you know, a bit of colour into it aside from grey-brown industrial environment. Ooh, bugger off, walks. But yeah, 2 more Space Marine maps, maybe another Chaos one. And I think that would be good. It would give you a nice variety, because 3 Exterminatus maps aren't really that much, I'm afraid. Kind of just a little lacking. Let's grab a grenade. So yeah, but as it's in charge of, well, as the rights to this game are in the hands of Sega, who do Sonic the Hedgehog and nothing else. Oh no, they did Aliens Colonial Marines, I think. So yeah, we're not really going to, you know, get much out of this, are we? Oh well, though. I mean, oh come on, I'm trying to kill Gretchen here. Boom. Die. Yeah, challenge succeeded. So yeah, I kind of don't expect too much from Sega when it comes to this franchise. But c'est la vie. We move, time moves onwards. So what have I been doing lately? Well, I've been making videos, obviously, work, normal things. I've actually been toying with the idea of doing a number of narrative campaigns in this game using the Exterminatus mode. However, the biggest problem in the way of that is I would need 3 extra people who own this game. Ideally, like one of them to have recording software, but it's not, you know, super necessary, because I can just... I've written up a story already, a little script, because, you know, what else am I going to do while I'm waiting for these videos to process and render and upload. So I've already written scripts and stuff, so I'm just trying to toy with the concept and see how it will go. But I always love, I love Red vs Blue and Machinima style episodes, because it's nice to see, you know, a video game engine being used for something more than its original intention. I'm gonna get my... well, I'm just getting melted to death. Flying grenade. Flying grenade. Ammo. Heavy bolter. Gun them down. Dead. Well, there goes that Chaos Marine. I don't think anyone will miss him so much. We will quit match and change our chapter, or our warband, sorry. But yeah, I've been toying with the idea of doing a narrative campaign in this engine, and I know it would probably be better on PC, but I don't own the PC version of this game. B, I do not want to own the PC version of this game when I've got this version. And C, my PC recording equipment, ever since my computer melted, doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, I'm kinda... If you're looking forward to me doing some more Dawn of War Dark Crusade videos and stuff, then I'm terribly sorry, but I'm gonna have to get a new recording software. Wrong menu. Because it's not really working very well. Which is quite annoying, because I organized my next narrative campaign in Dark Crusade I was going to do the Battle of Hell's Reach Docks. We will play as the Red Corsairs, just for a laugh for the next round. I was playing, I set up a thing, Hell's Reach Docks, and I've set up the Black Templars. I got Armageddon Steel Legion, got the uniforms and the patterns and equipments and the banners all right. Found the perfect map for it, set it all up, set all the orcs up, and then started recording, and my recording software died and went incompatible with this PC, and I gave up. So yeah, that's how that went down. We will play as... We'll be even more retarded this time. We will play as... Proteus Castello. I don't know, I don't actually know very many Space Marine names, I'm afraid. Who is a Red Corsair's Havoc, who was formerly an Astral Claws Devastator Marine, who fled with them into the Maelstrom. And it is his job to distract the orcs and the guardsmen for as long as possible, while the rest of his brothers run in and nick all the decent loot. So, consigned to die, and with a weapon completely unsuited to this type of warfare, he is engaging and killing as many enemies as he can before he dies. So there you go. Don't worry, Castello. I've already forgotten his name, which shows how memorable he is to me. We'll call him Castello. This is his name. Brother Castello, formerly of the Astral Claws 6th Company, is now a member... Oh, that's a lot of orcs. Is now a member of the good old, lovely Red Corsairs, who are just a bunch of pirates. They're not even cool pirates that Get Me TV series. It's the boring sort of pirates that loot ships. Nothing amazing there. Alright. I'm actually surviving a lot longer than I expected. But mostly because it's the first wave and I'm actually mostly resorting to grenades. And the stomp attack, which I always felt in Exterminatus was actually really good in the early waves, but it loses its appeal when you're stomping next to a aspiring champion or a Ultramarines champion with a thunder hammer and wondering why your face is being melted. And all you seem to be doing is kicking the ground next door. Boosh. 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 This guy seems more like... one, yeah. Oh, kick. He doesn't think to, hitting them with this massive cannon he's got. No, he's got to do a little biff. 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 I always felt like this game needed a little bit more polish, in my opinion, and I would have loved to have seen, like, Space Marine 2, because I know they would have added that polish, and it would have been a great game. But sadly, fate is not what you seems. I used to actually be, when I used to play this in my heyday of playing this, I used to actually be really good with the last cannon no aiming, because it's just aiming down the actual sight of the gun, and it's just about judging it, like that. Yeah, it's all about judging it. It's using the third-person perspective, with the close Resident Evil style over the shoulder, in conjunction with where your cannon is. So it's I'm gonna try and aim for this guard from here. Oh, we'll aim for the orc, and I missed. Maybe I am not as gifted at this as I thought I was. Let's reload. Triangle, circle, L2. Oh, R2. Okay. That seems odd. Oh! Liquidate. That's what I imagine last cannon to be like on human targets. It's able to punch through like 6 guardsmen all in a row and just burning them out. But oh, look at that. Oh, now I have no ammo. Haha, bolt pistol. Also, I love such the contrived reason that you're here, you know. What are the guardsmen thinking? Like, seriously, are they thinking... Because they're obviously you're not working with the orcs. So they see, you know, they're holding off an orc invasion. When suddenly the sky goes messed up, a massive warp portal appears in the sky, and then a single Chaos Space Marine rocks up. Like, what? I bet the Inquisition would be laughing at this. They'd be like, we expected a demon Primarch and, you know, a whole battalion of demons and Chaos Space Marines. Are you lost, Red Corsair? What are you doing here? You seem a bit stupidly out of place. Also, I've survived longer than I did with the Heavy Bolter, which I find really amusing. Kick. 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 Just kick him to the face. Also, in reality, I think that would probably be an instant kill, like, in terms of Space Marine, because imagine a 1-ton suit of power armor being controlled by a Space Marine, and then having its foot kicking you in the face. It would crack your ribs, and, like, all of your body would cave in on itself. Or, alternatively, it would just fry you. No. Go away, Scar Psyker. Also, I'm surprised that they added the Imperial Guard Psyker. And they added the Orc Weird Boy, I think, in the campaign somewhere. But it's, you know, it's a boss fight rather than a... Is it a boss fight? It's been so long since I played this. I played the campaign. But I'm surprised they didn't add any Librarians or Chaos Sorcerers. Because it would have been a good opportunity to do so, in my opinion. But that's just me. Alright, I've got one shot. And I buggered it up. No, I didn't. Haha. Die, scum of the false emperor. I am Castello of the Red Corsairs. And if I am to die, then I will taste your blood on my boot. Oh. Okay, well, hey, he said his piece before he died, so we've got to go there. No. I'm going to irritate you with another warband change again. But you know you all appreciate it. I'm teaching you 40k lore, aren't I? You know? I'm showing you, I taught you that the Night Lords were formerly one of the original traitor legions, and they betrayed the Emperor during the Horus Heresy, and now exist as roving pirates and warbands. Taught you about the Red Corsairs, who used to be known as the Astral Claws, and were a Space Marine chapter that turned traitor during what was called the Badab War, which I highly recommend looking up because it's a cool piece of 40k lore. And now I will honor you with a quick history lesson on another chapter, or thing. Let's go for the 1000. Do I want to go for the 1000 Suns? No, we'll go for a different one, shall we? No, I know what we'll do. Ha ha ha. We will go for Alpha Legion. I am Alpharius. And the entirety of the internet exploded. No. Alright, we need to add a bit of backstory to this. I am Alpharius. I have come to this world to engage in what the Alpha Legion like to call just as planned syndrome. and my objective is so complicated and secretive that it's not even worth mentioning. Boom! And this time I'm going to have a massive hammer, or even demon maul, because why not? I am Alfarius. You know what, that's what my guy, the only thing my guy says. He does not say anything else. When his guard asks who he is, why he's attacking them, he just says, I am Alfarius. I forgot how fun the demon maul was. Well, with killing blow attached, where it crushes everything. But the problem is it's so slow that unless you're like waltzing in a horde, you kind of... Yeah, I can see why a lot of people don't like it. I personally prefer the chainsaw because I think the ability to get fast attacks out and stun lock enemies is more important than instant killing them. But I can see how a skilled player in skilled multiplayer person would be able to get massive results out of this thing. Also, look at my pimped out Hydra armor. I could actually be the Alfarius if he wasn't killed by Gilliman. Or was he? Sorry, that's bad even by my standards. It's history lesson time! Because newcomers who don't know the canon will be really confused. Alright, the Alpha Legion were one of the 20 original Space Marine legions created during the Horus Heresy. Well, no, created during the Great Crusade to conquer the universe in humanity's name. These guys were the last to be created, and their Primarch, Alfarius, was the last to be found. Now, his trademarks is secrecy, guile, and stealth. He used independent command structure of his legion, so everyone had the ability to, lay out ideas and give orders. He never actually showed himself, except when he had to. He had doppelgangers and stuff to impersonate him, to deal with all those irritating meetings that he didn't want to deal with, which makes sense. And I'm actually, I think it's pretty cool. It's like, oh god, a member of the Imperial Army wants to talk to me. I'll just send Johnson over. Here, I'll give him my armor and my gun to make it look convincing. There we go. So yeah, they were the most secretive and blah 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 of all the legions. They ended up turning against the Emperor to save the Emperor. Yeah, it's really stupid, but I highly recommend looking it up. And yep, and that was it. They fought during the Horus Heresy, trying to allow the traitors to win, so that in the long run humanity would actually win. And thank you, controller, for telling me that you're going to die. And they ended up failing, and they ended up, failing to bring about the end of the Imperium, so they failed to save the Imperium. And blah 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 blah, super complicated. And then their Primarch was killed by Robute Gilliman of the Ultramarines, or maybe he wasn't, because no one's entirely sure. But the Primarch also had a twin brother who may have been the one that was killed by Gilliman, but then again he may have not have been. And that's why there are so many memes of the Alpha Legion about, because nobody has any idea what's happening with them. And I think the memes kind of went a bit too far, in my opinion. I've seen lots of threads and stuff. I don't actually go on threads, but my brother does. He says, like, so many 40k threads just have someone, like, anonymous, someone calling themselves Alfarius trolling the servers, so it's kind of stupid. But hey, it's what it is. So yes, that is a brief summary of the Alpha Legion by someone who really didn't want to give a brief summary of the Alpha Legion, because a brief summary of the Alpha Legion would probably last 9 years. I'm gonna get killed, so run away. Alfarius does not die to a bunch of guardsmen. It's very dishonorable. But yeah, for newcomers and people who don't know 40k, I'd recommend looking it up, because a lot of people argue it's nerdy and stupid, but I disagree. It's a paradigm of humanity, and it's really amusing. don't think of it as a serious sci-fi thing. Think of it as a sort of half comedy, half serious thing, and you'll actually get a lot of enjoyment out of it, in my opinion. I mean, when you've got, you know, orcs that literally their way of building giant battle walkers is to get some wheels or a bunch of legs and then stick every single gun from every single direction on it and armor it in tin foil and banana peels, then it's got to have a bit of comedy value to it. Oh, you stun locking me, are you? No, you didn't. Haha. Smack. Miss. Got him. So yeah, I recommend looking up 40k. I never actually got into Warhammer Fantasy though. I found that just pointless and stupid. But then I've never been one for fantasy, I've more been one for sci-fi. Because in my honest opinion, there is nothing that cannot be improved without... Well, there is nothing that cannot be improved with the use of firearms. And I know some of you were saying, wait, Warhammer has firearms. Well, I don't count black powder, single-shot matchlock muskets as firearms, personally. I think firearms only actually started existing... oh, shooter boys. Die, stupid overly accurate orcs. I only count firearms from... Oh, it's kind of hard. I'd say the Brown Bess musket was the first true firearm, in my opinion. Really accurate, easily mass-produced, easily made, beautifully crafted. And I'd call that the first proper firearm. Oh, shit. Well, that was embarrassing. Well, I think I will call it there. So, yes. Thank you for joining Gwim's 40k Trivia Minute. And I will see you all again another time. Hopefully with less trivia and more actual solid gameplay. I will see you all again.